All right, what is going on, everybody? I'm back here with obviously this breaking news. Well, you can call it breaking news or whatever you want to call it. Jalen Hurts is named by Jeffrey Lurie, out of all people, the starter of the Philadelphia Eagles 2021 season. Wow. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm only going to be on here for 10 minutes just to give my thoughts, give my opinions. It's a very bad move. And here's the thing. Jeffrey Lurie needs to let the people he put in charge do their jobs. And this is where I agree with someone like Lee on Twitter. Shout out to him, Nelson81. Go follow him on Twitter. This is where I agree with him. I don't really agree with him much, but you put people in charge for a reason, to do their jobs. And this is one where he should stay so far away that he could be in Iraq, and then the Philadelphia Eagles could be here. That's how far of a distance he should be away from touching this team. It's a very bad move for many reasons. Jalen Hurts is not an NFL quarterback. He never was, never will be. He had flashes of brilliance because the teams didn't have film on him. He was running for a majority of the plays that he was on the field. And you're going to put the ball in you're going to put the ball in the hands of a guy that got benched at halftime when he was playing with Alabama against Georgia, and Tua came in and did his work for him, and he made it look easy as a freshman. I don't know the direction of this franchise, to be honest with you. Right now, I feel like we could potentially be a 2-14 team next year, especially with Jalen Hurts, because they're not giving him any competition. He literally just told Howie Roseman today, you are not drafting a quarterback in this draft to make Jalen Hurts compete. Why didn't they do this for Carson Wentz? Why'd you go get him a quarterback to compete with Carson Wentz and not him when he had Carson Wentz signed to that contract? Jeffrey Lurie doesn't know what the hell he's doing, which is why he signed a GM to do his job. He's turning into Jerry Jones, but a worse version, because apparently Jeffrey Lurie doesn't watch the college game. Jalen Hurts is absolutely abysmal. Terrible. He's an awful quarterback. All right. He wasn't even that good in college. And you're going to put the hands of the franchise in a guy that couldn't get it done in college. You know what I'm saying? And now, would I want to draft someone like Mac Jones or like Justin Fields at 6? Not Mac Jones. I would take Justin Fields at 6. But the fact that he told Howie Roseman he can't fix his screw up by not drafting the quarterback at number 6, that's a big problem to me, because number one, if Jalen Hurts stinks, like I honestly think he will, because I just don't think he's an NFL quarterback, the draft class next year for quarterbacks is very below average. We're talking very below average. Like, you look at the quarterback prospects, there's that one guy out of Oregon, but right now that's literally about it. You could suck next year, and then who are you going to draft? You're going to be number 1, number 2. Chances are we're not going to be the worst team in the league, so that'll probably put us in the top 3, and the first quarterback overall is probably going to go 1 or 2. And that's going to put us in no man's land. Who's going to be our quarterback then? We're going to stick with Jalen Hurts. I honestly can see Jalen Hurts getting benched within the first 3 games of the season. He's not a quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback prospect. I know a lot of people want to see him thrive. Shout out to YouTube Darius, one of my good buddies on here. Darius is in the heat of the moment because I'm going to be honest with you, Darius. I'm going to be honest with you. Jalen Hurts is a black quarterback. He's an African-American quarterback, just like McNabb was, just like Vic was. He's happy that another African-American quarterback is back under center for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's in the heat of the moment because he wants to see him do well. But here's the thing with Darius. Darius is smarter than this, all right? Darius is smarter than this because he's blinded by the fact that he's excited that Jalen Hurts will be under center because he is an African-American quarterback. He's kind of not looking at the game film and honestly not seeing that Jalen Hurts can't get it done as an NFL quarterback. He just can't. He's not Vic. He's not McNabb. He's not Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has an arm. Jalen Hurts' arm is one of the most below average arms I've ever seen in my life. The one completion that he had over 40 yards last year was to Deshaun Jackson, because Deshaun Jackson has the burner speed. He has a killer burning speed, and people are just oblivious to this stuff. They just are. And I don't want to say that this team might be in hell, like Oakland Raider hell for the last 15 years, but we're going in that direction because you brought back Howie Roseman, I guess, to clean the cap up, and if he doesn't do a good job this year, you're going to axe him. All right, and I get that, whatever. But to say that Jalen Hurts is your guy without any competition whatsoever just goes to show me that, number one, this guy's getting old as hell. We're talking about Larry. He's getting old as hell, and he can't think straight. Or number two, he's just a dictator. And honestly, I'm going with the whole dictatorship. I truly am, because Jeffrey Lurie, I've never, ever liked this guy. I feel like he's one of the worst owners in sports. I feel like he fell into a Super Bowl with Joe Douglas, picking up LeGarrette Blount, picking up a Jay Ajayi. Well, Harry Roseman had some part in that. I'll give him credit for that. Picking up all these guys and having a perfect season. He fell into a Super Bowl. Now he could feel like he's like, oh, I'm on top of the world. I got the city Super Bowl. They won't hate me. Well, I don't like you. All right, Jeffrey Lurie, I wish you would sell the team tomorrow. I truly do. I think you're one of the worst, absolute one of the worst owners in the history of sports. You are completely ruining this team, and I just don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. I felt like I should have shared my thoughts, shared my opinions on this matter. Jalen Hurts is a very bad quarterback. Horrible quarterback. And you guys are going to see it. I'm already seeing it, and I'm scared to death because I know we're going to be terrible. My friend Zomp, who does not watch college football at all, he's like, you're going to eat your words on Hurts. I'm like, I hope I can eat my words on Hurts. But the thing is like, I'm a gambler, all right? I gamble on these sports. Gamblers who gamble on a lot of things can see things with like x-ray vision, all right? They can see pinpoint problems out of all these athletes that are going into the league. Jalen Hurts, I bet on at least 10 games with Jalen Hurts in it. Jalen Hurts made me sweat through probably 8 of them. Because he's one of those guys that just can't get it done by himself. He needs talent around him. And right now, does this roster look like he could get it done with the talent around him? We barely have talent. All right? You could say Rager. You could say that we have a decent offensive line, but they're talking about trading Brandon Brooks. And it's like, how the hell do you think that this team is going to win at least 5 games next year based off what you see on paper right now? I don't see it. And I was actually one of those optimists because I thought we were going to draft a quarterback at 6 because that's the obvious thing to do because we don't have a quarterback. But with Lurie dropping this bombshell today, there's just no way in hell I could see this team competing next year because I know how bad Jalen Hurts is. I truly do. And people will ask me probably in the comment section, people will ask me, would I have rather had Carson Wentz? No, I wouldn't have rather had Carson Wentz. Do I think Carson Wentz is better? Yes. I feel like anyone is better than Jalen Hurts. But the thing is, I would rather lose without the charade and the circus that Carson Wentz brought, you know? But Carson Wentz, he's definitely better than Jalen Hurts, you know? And I told people this. I was like, when you sit your franchise quarterback under the contract that he was, there was no way in hell that he was going to play another snap for the Philadelphia Eagles. And guess what? He's gone. And I'm going to tell you another fact. This is an opinion, and this is a promise. This is a fact. Jalen Hurts will get benched by no later than week 5 next year in the NFL because he is not an NFL quarterback. And it pisses me off that some of these YouTubers think they know what they're talking about. I'm sorry, Darius. But this is one where I completely disagree with you on, Darius. Completely disagree with you on. This guy, all he does is run. He's a worse version of Taysom Hill. A worse version. And this guy's not going to compete? You guys could save this video. You could download it. You could do whatever you want. When was the last time I was really wrong about something on this team? When was the last time? Jalen Reagor? Jalen Reagor's a rookie. Jalen Reagor has time to show me that I could still be right about that. He wasn't great last year, but this is one that I know I'm going to nail again because I just see the writing on the wall. His arm strength sucks. NFL teams are just going to pick him apart. He's going to throw interceptions after interceptions after interceptions. He might not fumble that much, but he's just not going to be good. He's not going to be good, and we need to do something. We need to draft at least in the 3rd or 4th round if we're going to pick a quarterback, maybe Kyle Trask. I'm not big on Kyle Trask either, but I see more upside with Trask than Jalen Hurts, honestly. I hate to feel this way about I hate to feel this way about my team going forward. I truly do, but they are right now the laughing stock of Philadelphia. Like they truly are. And let me look at some of these comments because I know people aren't going to agree with me. A lot of people don't like my takes, but it's like a rant I had to put out there because I just don't understand why people are going so hard after Jalen Hurts saying he's going to be he's going to be the next Russell Wilson. Based off what? Based off what? Dak just signed. Is that true? He just signed a $64 million deal for 4 years. Well, that's a bargain for the Dallas Cowboys if that's true, but I don't think that's true. What else is here? I know people are dissing me because, you know, they're always right about their teams. They think that their teams are going to go to the championship every single year. They're like, stop watching football. I'm the voice of reason here. I'm usually always right about these things. I wouldn't come on camera and speak my mind on these things if I didn't think they were true. I need them to reconsider this. I need the Philadelphia Eagles to reconsider this, especially Jeffrey Lurie. I need them to reconsider this. And please, for the love of God, draft a quarterback early. Please, for the love of God. It's the right thing to do for this team because you cannot afford to screw up this year with Jalen Hurts going into next year and then completely wiped out of your franchise. Like, granted, the Super Bowl was worth it. I'll say right here, right now, it was worth it, but you're going to destroy your franchise if Jalen Hurts turns out to not be the answer because next year's draft class is horrendous. It is a terrible draft class next year, all right? You guys really need to think this through. This is an NFL franchise. Get your heads together. Get your shit together, and please put a plan together because right now you don't have any. You have a ton of rookie head coaches, a ton of rookie coaches coming in, a rookie head coach coming in who apparently can't choose his guy. And that's just a problem to me. It's a huge problem to me. Right now, Nick Sirianni looks like nothing more than a puppet, something that Doug Peterson was not, which is why they probably fired him. I'm just – and Sean Maz, one of the regulars on my channel, Kyle, I'm sorry, but you never gave Jalen Hurts a chance. I have no choice but to give him a chance. It's you guys don't understand something. There's a reason why I have a YouTube channel, and there's a reason why I say what I say. Jalen Hurts is a project quarterback. He's a gimmicky quarterback at best. And you guys want to have this guy play 16 games in the NFL season when he couldn't do it in college with everything given to him in the SEC and the Big 12, some of the best offenses of all time, he couldn't do it. Like, you guys have to look. You guys have to see where I'm coming from sometimes. I know sometimes I have an ego. Sometimes I like to be better than everyone else. I understand that. But if you don't like to be better than everyone else, why aren't you doing it? Why are you on YouTube? Why aren't you trying to just strive for greatness? Now, granted, I don't work at half the level these guys work. But you guys really, really need to slow down with this whole Jalen Hurts thing. Like, slow down. Like, honestly. Like, you're comparing him to Vic. You're comparing him to Donovan. He's not a fucking nut here on those guys. He's not. And, Sean, I appreciate the comment. I truly do. I respect your – thank you. Bro, if we draft a QB at 6, I'll be absolutely pissed. Even if Hurts isn't the answer, we need to build a roster when it's wide receiver, LB, or tight end. Well, here's the thing, Kelly Green Sports, and thanks for the comment. A lot of people want to see what's his name? Kyle Pitts at number 6. You do not draft a tight end at number 6. You just don't. I don't care if he's the best tight end of all time. You have so many other needs on this team. If you draft a tight end at 6, that's like as bad as passing over a quarterback at 6. Like, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Let someone else draft him. I don't care. I'm going around this. It's close. James Dolan's pretty bad, though. Okay, let's see. 6'4", I mean 164. That's a lot. That's a lot. Your opinions count, bro. You called Wentz done in Philly. I mean, I saw Wentz done in Philly since 2018. That was the easiest one of my career on YouTube. It was one of the easiest ones. I think this one's easier. Just because I know how the guy plays. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. It's going to be like Jamarcus Russell-esque. It's going to be pretty bad. And I just don't know what they see in the guy. Let me see. Sports, because I do agree with you about drafting tight end at 6, though. It's a wait-and-see thing with me as far as Hurts. There's so much you could put into a wait, and thanks for the comment. There's so much you could put into a wait-and-see thing when it comes to a quarterback that's running your professional team, because it could kill you for 5 to 7 years. Like we saw it with the Oakland Raiders. It's been a long time since they had a quarterback, and Derek Carr still isn't that great, but at least they're in a better position than they were, But with the Eagles, it's like you really won that Super Bowl, and then you went down the darkest path. Now you got rid of Carson Wentz. You got rid of him. He can't turn it around here because he's on the Indianapolis Colts, which I'm completely okay with because I didn't like the circus that he brought. But I just don't get it. I don't get the Jalen Hurts hype. Like in the last game of the season, he looked dreadful against the football team. He looked dreadful in the second half against Dallas. Against the Saints, he was okay, but in the second half, they adjusted. Arizona, he looked good at the end of the game. He almost brought us back. I understand that. But I'm scared. I'm just scared. I'm scared. the worst part about the situation is how he can destroy this to total annihilation and not lose his job. Him and Lurie are boys, and it just sucks. Well, this is what I told Howie. This is what I told Trevor yesterday when I went to the Flyers game with him. I feel like they brought Howie back because he's really good with the cap, and no one else can do the cap like Howie does. So they got him to fix the cap and then completely dump him off, because that's what Jeffrey Lurie is showing you. Jeffrey Lurie is showing you that he's still making the decisions for the team. You know, he's not letting Howie do anything. He wants him to fix the cap hell that he put us in, and then he's probably just going to dump him because he is good with the cap. I'll give him that. But talent-wise, yeah, he already made the decision for him. Like, what GM is hired to have the owner overrule you on pretty much the biggest thing of your team, you know? Jamar Chase will probably get drafted by Miami. I have Sewell going there. Jalen can play. What part of his game says Jamarcus Russell? The fact that Jamarcus Russell, coming out of LSU, was ranked one of the top prospects and went number 1 overall. Jamarcus Russell had so much more upside than Jalen Hurts does. And Jalen Hurts, what part of Jalen Hurts' game in the 4 games that he played tells you that he can play at this level consistently? Because I only saw 2 games where he looked okay, and then he didn't look like an NFL quarterback at all. So I'm a little annoyed, but it is what it is. You know, it's my team, and I'm never going to shy away from that. But, you know, we just think differently on the subject. I just want a good player in this job. I do too. I do too. And if it's quarterback at 6, I would love it. I would love a quarterback at 6. I truly would, but we're not going that route. It sucks. It is what it is. Hopefully they get a good backup. He didn't put the work in. Yeah, obviously. I mean, the offensive lineman on the Raiders said that he was more out of shape than him, you know, and he was a lineman. So, yeah, he didn't care. Like, he was drinking codeine syrup. He didn't care, you know. But if he put in the work, maybe he could have been something, you know. But Jamarcus Russell had a lot more upside than Jalen Hurts does. 4 games isn't enough. It's enough for me because 4 games is where NFL teams adjust to you. You know, and I just feel like, you know, you're facing a team like the football team and the Cowboys who absolutely stunk on defense this year. And they were a team that adjusted to Jalen Hurts in the second half. Just put that together. It's like, what do you see? I don't see it. Would I trade Brandon Brooks? I mean, no, I wouldn't, but I'm hearing it. I have the Eagles taking Devonta Smith or Justin Fields. Devonta Smith would be an obvious pick for me. Justin Fields I would like as well. My buddy Trevor doesn't like OSU quarterbacks, but I would like Justin Fields. I would take a shot on him. What else do we have here? I said I was going to be only on for 10 minutes, but we're at 17:36. Because the Eagles always have a mid to late pick, and they always get like an okay player in the draft. Yeah, at 6 you have a luxury. You have an elite pick, so you can't fuck up on it. If you're going to pick a top quarterback this year, this would be the year to do it, and I still think they should do it. I truly do. On the line of receivers and whatever, dude. Like, obviously you like Jalen Hurts. So I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm giving you my perspective on the whole situation, and I'm telling you it. I don't think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback, and that's my opinion. I want Devonta Smith or Jamar Chase. I would love Jamar Chase, but I think he's going top 3. I kind of agree with that other commenter. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for me. 39 people in here right now. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this perspective stream. But yeah, nail that thumbs up button for me. And that's pretty much all I got for tonight. I just had to give my perspective, my opinion, and I'm pretty much done. Have a great night, guys. Be safe. Fuck COVID, and I am out.